Oh, Jamar Chase with the dive. Because Garrett Wilson's wide open. Garrett Wilson, touchdown Barrett. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the What a Juice channel, and welcome back to episode number 2, year number 2 of the New England Patriots 10-year rebuild. Last episode, we got things started with year number 1. We didn't have that great of a year, but we had a pretty decent offseason. We're building up with Drake May. We're building up with this team in general, and I think in a couple of seasons, we could be ready to go and build this dynasty back to what it used to be. So if you're excited for episode number 2, year number 2 of the Patriots dynasty, let's get started. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club, and let's get year number 2 started. So we're here in the year of our Lord, 2024. It is time to go. We have a camp standout from training camp that we have to talk about that I saved for this episode. But here's what the team looks like. We brought in Larry Fitzgerald. No, not that Larry Fitzgerald. We also brought in Buckner. We brought in, we have Brock Bowers now with Hunter Henry. We have Polk and Demario Douglas and Javon Baker. Hopefully will be the 3 starters that we ride with for this entire series, is the goal at least. The defense is a little bit weirder. We've got Keon White and James Houston IV, who are hopefully going to develop into some studly players. We brought in Tatum in the draft. We brought in Hall in the draft. Hall is probably going to be the replacement eventually for Matt Judon when he eventually starts to regress. That's the goal, at least for right now. We'll see if that stays how it goes. The team's interesting. I think we're a good team. I don't think we're a playoff team just yet, but maybe things can surprise me. So let's see who this camp standout is. See what we got working with here. It is 97. That's Houston, isn't it? Yeah, James Houston IV. He's the camp standout. He needs to get 2 sacks. 2 sacks. I think it could be possible. Or 2 tackles for loss, I guess. Let's just advance the week and see if he gets it. Does he get the upgrades? Probably not. We win the game 42-21. That's a big victory. Did he get it? I really felt... Oh... Why do they never get it? It never happens. It never happens. Camp standouts never work. Why do they even give me the scenarios? I did load in a auto-generated draft class, so we're good on that. We are good to go. Gucci gang on that. Let's simulate to the end of week 8. Get to all that kind of stuff. You know what the team looks like. You know what the goals are. To improve but not go too crazy, because I still kind of want to have a good pick. But we have a good team. I think we could be a playoff team with good simulation if we win a few games that we probably shouldn't. Like if we beat this Browns team, who's a better team than us on paper, but they lost their first game. If we could upset the Browns, we could be on the good track. But I'll catch you guys at week number 8 with how we're doing mid-season. We make it to week 8 at 4-3. That's a good start. 4 wins this late into the season with the team that we've built right now. After 1 year is a good progress. It's good progression throughout this early portion of the series. We have $117 million. We have to give Barmore his contract extension because it doesn't obviously have it in the game like what he signed in real life. Judon needs it. Oh, Judon, you're not worth that much money, are you, big dog? That's tough. That's tough. I wonder if I move him to a different position if that money goes down. I might be able to cheat the system a little bit. Because I want Judon still here, but he's not worth that much money, that's for sure. But Barmore certainly is. So we'll give Barmore a 5-year deal. That'll take him till he's 30. And that'll bring us to close to the end of the series. So Barmore's still here. Peppers is a lot of money. I'll give him a 3-year deal. It's cool. We'll give him 5 and 5.5. He's going to stay around. Ramondre we definitely want back. I'm going to give him a 6-year deal. And Ramondre will be 5.5 and 4, and he's going to stay. Jonathan Jones, I'll bring back on a 2-year extension. We'll give him 4 and 4.5. Oh, he didn't accept it. Oh, Jonathan Jones getting a little crazy. We want Okafor to come back, if only to be a role player, a depth piece. So we will pay him to come back. $64 million. Godshaw. Oh, I want Godshaw back, I think. So we'll give him 2.5 and 3. $59 million. Dejuan Johnson, we rebuilt him. We turned him in from Mr. Irrelevant on a video. Go check that out on the channel. That was pretty fun. Do I want Dejuan Johnson? Maybe. I didn't even realize he ended up here in New England. That's kind of cool. You know what? I'll bring him back just because he's here. I'll give him a 4-year deal. We know we can turn him into something because we did it in the... Oh, he didn't accept it. Oh, Dejuan. Who else do we want to bring back? Cole Strange will accept his option. David Andrews, probably should get him back. He's going to come back. $44 million. I want Trey Sermon back. So we will offer him a new contract. $37 million. Sean Wade, we simply don't need, even though he's a Buckeye. I don't think we need him. He's just not going to ever develop, I don't think. O'Shane Jimenez is never going to turn into anything. We'll try to get Dejuan Johnson back. Marco Wilson is weird. We could bring him back. He's not super expensive. We'll think about that. And then we'll try to go. I wonder if I can change Judon's position, if that'll lower the amount of money he's asking for. I'm not 100% sure if that'll work, but I'll try it. I'll give it a shot. I don't want to turn him into like a punter or something. I feel like that'd be a little weird. Let's turn him into a defensive lineman and see if that lowers the amount of money. Let's turn him into a D-tackle. If we turn him into a D-tackle, his overall goes down to a... Actually, it goes to a 88. That's kind of crazy at D-tackle. But does that lower the amount of money he's asking for? Because D-tackles don't get paid as much as edge rushers do. $17 million, perfect. That lowers it a whole heck of a lot. I'm willing to pay him a lot more than that. So I'll give him a 3-year deal. Hopefully he won't regress too much. And then we'll pay him $10 million and see if he accepts. He doesn't like that. He doesn't like that at all. Okay, we'll have to go another week and see if we can get him. He just doesn't like because we don't have any prestige as our head coach because we haven't won anything yet. But once we get deeper into it, we will start winning games. And we'll start getting some historic coaching win percentage and stuff like that. But right now it's a little bit tougher. Hopefully we beat the Jets. They're only a 1-win football team. We should be able to beat them, right? And we don't. Okay. Of course we don't. Of course we don't beat the Jets. All right. Judon's back. We offered him $10 million, $10 million. I'll give him $11 million and $11 million. But I don't want to go too much crazier than that. Okay. He is back. $15 million. I want Dejuan back. 2.5 and 2.5. How's that? He's going to come in. $14 million. Do I prioritize the veteran who's a higher overall or the guy who's like 4 years younger, maybe even more years younger? He's like 5 overall lower, but he's got normal development. I don't know what I want to do. I also got to remember to turn Judon back to an outside linebacker so we don't forget. All right, turning Judon back to an outside linebacker now that he's got his extension. Okay, perfect. So now we got Judon signed to a 3-year deal. Hopefully he stays good. Now what are we going to do? We don't have a lot of money remaining. I don't really want to waste it is the problem. But is wasting it on Jonathan Jones or Marco Wilson or either? Like, do we want either of them back is the question. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. We got to beat Arizona. I mean, Arizona's not that good either. We do beat them. We go to week 11. We're 5-4. We should be 6-3, if we're being totally honest. We should have beat that Jets team. I'm still upset about that. Okay, going to week 11 is interesting. What do I want to do here? There could be some good players in this class, including Chad Albert, 6'4" pass rusher, could be good. But also there could be this guy, Dylan Singer, hardly know her, who's got, Dylan Singer looks like the kind of guy that I want to have on my team. And this guy, Reggie Warmack, we know is going to be pretty good. Let's scout him, let's scout Keelan Fox, and let's scout Dylan Singer. Those will be the 3 guys that we scout. Maybe if we need to trade up to the first overall pick, we will have to do it. I don't know. Do I even have any other... Did I make a trade last episode for a pick? I can't remember. I don't think I did. Oh, I did. We have Dallas's first round pick. I don't remember making that trade. I don't know who I traded with or what I traded. Maybe I traded down in the draft. I don't remember. I might have traded down in the draft. I don't honestly remember what I did, but I did it. We got to figure out what we want to do with Jonathan Jones and Marco Wilson. I think I'll leave those guys until the end of the season. We'll let them ride out, see how they turn out, see how the season plays out, and we'll make that decision at the end of the year. Let's go to the end of the season. Maybe we make the playoffs, maybe we don't. I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, so we finished year number 2, 7-10. I don't remember what we finished year number 1 with, but I'm assuming it's not as good as 7-10. I hope it isn't, at least. We didn't make the playoffs, unfortunately. We kind of went on a big losing streak, I'm guessing, because we were pretty decent when we left off. So who knows what happened. But let's take a look at the numbers. Drake May, 3,600 yards, 27 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. That's a good enough season. We're still getting used to this team. We're still getting adjusted. 1,100 yards and 11 touchdowns for Ramondre Stevenson's cool. Brock Bowers leads the team with 844 and 7. Then Demario Douglas, then Jalen Polk. So all the guys that I want to get usage are getting the usage, so that's good. Unfortunately, Javon Baker kind of got left behind, but I guess if these two guys develop, it doesn't really matter. Then you've got defensively 100 tackles for Juwan Bentley, 92 for Jonathan Jones. Taki had 88. 19 tackles for loss for Matt Judon. Houston had 14. That's pretty cool. Uche had 10. Sack leader was Judon with 6, 5.5 for Houston. Barmore had 4.5. Uche had 3. 4 interceptions for Christian Gonzalez. That's beautiful. I love to see that. Jonathan Jones had 3. So did Taki. 2 for Bentley. 1 for Marte Mapu. Okay. So another year where we don't make the playoffs. I'm assuming that the Dallas Cowboys are going to be in the Super Bowl. I don't know, but usually that's how it is for us. We have their first round pick, so it's probably going to be pretty bad, I would guess. Maybe it isn't. Maybe we're lucky. Maybe it's not as bad as we think it is. They're not in the Super Bowl, which is good. It's the Ravens and the Packers. So what's going to happen? Who's going to win the Super Bowl? It is the Packers. Jordan Love gets a championship. Good for him. That means that Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, and now Jordan Love have all won championships as a Green Bay Packer quarterback. Daquan Jones gets MVP. He must have had a forced fumble or something, or maybe he returned one. Maybe a thick 6. You never know. Mahomes gets the MVP of the league. Lamar Jackson and TJ Watt are the players of the year. Antoine Lovelock for the Browns, wide receiver, is Offensive Rookie of the Year. And then Spencer Sands, quarterback for the Jaguars, is Defensive Rookie of the Year. I remember looking at Spencer Sands. We didn't draft him, obviously. But he ends up winning Rookie of the Year defensively. And we have $49.4 million in available cap room. That means we can bring back both Jonathan Jones and Marco Wilson if I want to. The question is, do I want to? I don't know. We need to take a look at the state of the team. That's the depth chart. That's not what I wanted to go to. We need to take a look at the state of the team and find out our game plan for this offseason. What is the game plan? We need something. I don't know what it is. Brock Bowers is now superstar development, which is awesome. We need something. We need... Juwan Bentley goes up to star. That's actually pretty useful. How old is he? He's 29. Okay. That's a little sketchy, but it's good that he's up to star. Marco Wilson's a 76. Jonathan Jones is 82. Man, I don't really want either if I'm being honest. Deion Hall's a 75. Okay. Tatum went up to a 71. What's the game plan here, boys? What's the game plan? I don't know. $49 million. We'll accept the option on Cole Strange. I mean, Jonathan Jones isn't asking for that much. We can give him a 3-year deal, I guess. 4.5 and 4.5. How's that? He's happy to come back. Perfect. $41 million. I guess we can just bring back Marco Wilson too, because he's not super expensive either. He's going to come back. $37 million. Jimenez is going to leave. Sean Wade's going to leave. Schooler's going to leave. And Calvin Anderson's going to leave. So I'm fine with all those guys going away. I could probably try and trade O'Shane Jimenez and try to get something back for him, but I really don't think it's worth it. He's not going to bring us back anything too crazy. So let's just go to free agency, see what's on the table for us with $37 million. You got Tua, which could be pretty funny. Joe Thuney, we could bring him back. He doesn't want to be here because we don't have a quarterback that has a franchise QB tag. But Joel Bitonio's here. Okay. What is the game plan on this free agency? Zach Wilson wants to be quarterback in New England. I don't know if you want to. Don't need a running back. Don't need a receiver. Don't need a tight end. Don't need Garrett Bowles. He's just going to retire pretty soon. Tooney and Bitonio are two interesting guys. I thought it was Kenyon Green for a second. I would go for Tooney, but he doesn't want to be here. Bitonio we'll come back to. We'll come back to Bitonio. There's Mekhi Becton. Why does he never turn into anything? He's got all the skills to turn into something in the game. He just never does. It's super weird. Ooh, Johnny Newton? His contract must have got messed up in the creation. He's now here. Ooh. 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 This is the goods right here. This is the goods. Let's go for Johnny Newton. Him and Barmore will be a nice pairing. That way we can move on from Godshaw. There's nobody really else that I want on the right end spot. Tatum Bethune. I don't know who this is, but he's here. He's got 92 acceleration, 90 agility, 87 speed. He looks like a pretty decent left outside linebacker. Maybe we can bring him in for a test run. See how he does. He didn't have anybody offering him. Middle linebacker, outside linebackers, corners. We just re-signed our two guys. We don't really need anybody else. Safeties, I think we're pretty much good on everything there. So our two offers are Tatum Bethune and Jerzon Newton. We have $23 million. I don't think that I'm going to go after Joel Bitonio. I think we'll just stick with our two guys we offered, and we got both of them. All right, two depth pieces, two backups, two nice young players that'll help the team, I hope. Having Jerzon Newton changes some things because then we can move Godshaw. Actually, they want Newton to start right here. I don't really want that. I think what we're going to do is we probably move to a 4-3 and we trade Godshaw. That's, I think, the better option. I think we should change that. That way we don't have to run two middle linebackers anymore. So let's trade Devon Godshaw for something. I don't know what it'll be, but for something. Sorry, Godshaw. We'll trade you. What can we get for you? Not a whole lot, really. Okay. I thought he'd be able... I mean, I know he's 30, but he's still a decent overall player. The Bears need a D-tackle. Who's their starting D-tackle? It's Billings. So he would start over him. The Bengals desperately need a D-tackle. Okay, here we go. We can trade with the Bengals. They have a little bit of cap room, so they can take him on. What can we get? I kind of want DJ Turner. Can you give me DJ Turner for Devon Godshaw? Yes, you can. We can do this. What else do we have to give? They need an outside linebacker. Well, we just got Tatum Bethune, but I can give you Sion Takitaki. How's that? Okay, that pushes it a little bit better. Then we need to give them a corner if we're going to get a corner back. A corner in return. So I could give them... Let's see. DJ Turner is an 83 overall, so he would be our second best player behind Christian Gonzalez. So it looks like... I know we just re-signed Jonathan Jones, but maybe it was to re-sign him to send him away. Oh, they can't take the money. They can't take his money. They can't even take Mark Wilson because I just extended him. So they can't take any of our corners. So that means we're going to have to probably move to draft picks because they're probably not going to be able to take any of our players because they don't have a lot of room. So we'll go for like a 2027 third-round pick. That gets us very close. How about a 2026 fourth-round pick? That gets us even closer. How about a 2026 or a 2027 fifth-rounder? Trade offer accepted. Godshaw and Takitaki, along with some late-round picks, gets us DJ Turner from Cincinnati. Now we can, in turn, flip Jonathan Jones. Flip. And hopefully get something decent back for him. So let's go take Jonathan Jones to the ballpark here and send him away. What can we get for him? We can get Shadon Elliott, who's a D tackle. Well, that's interesting. We don't... Ooh, Malachi Corley. Miles Jackson Powers Johnson's intriguing, but he doesn't have a development trait. I kind of like this Shadon Elliott. He's 22. They just drafted him this past season. He's a 76 overall D tackle. I'm going to do this. I know that we just got Johnny Newton, but having another D tackle as good as he is a plus. It is a plus. So let's look at the team now. Let's take a quick overview of the team. I got to change the scheme, though. We got to change the scheme to work better for the offense, and then we'll change 95 on a 3-4, really. 4-6 defense. Let's go 4-6 defense. We're still rocking New England's playbooks. We might need to change those in the future. Okay, so now offense is looking interesting. And then defensively, we've got Barmore. Where the heck is the big dog? Where is... Oh, I got to do generate best lineup. That's right. I was wondering what was happening there. So we got Johnny Newton at left end. We got Elliott and Barmore, and then Houston. And then we got Uche, Bentley, and Judon. Okay. Then DJ Turner. We're going to make DJ Turner the number 1 or the number 2 corner. Then Jones, then Marco Wilson. Okay, defense is getting younger, that's for sure. Defense is definitely getting a little bit younger. All right, so I think that's going to be our free agency done. We made some interesting moves. We made some interesting trades that I didn't think was going to happen, but we did. Now we just need to go to the draft. I think that said we had pick 15 and pick 27? I can't remember what that other pick said we had, but we don't have that great of picks this year. Nothing too fantastical. But that's okay. We don't need anything too fantastical. I need to make sure that I have all my stuff bought up. What are we looking like here? Okay, we don't have this all bought up. That's okay. We can buy that. And then we can do this to give ourselves a discount. Then we can make sure that we have all the Gerard Mayo stuff advanced so he can be a better coach. Okay. Now we can basically trade to get up to number 1 if we need to. I don't think we're going to, but that's just a possibility now. We have that opportunity to. Mock draft number 5. How good is this draft class? A strong safety is projected to go number 1. That's really interesting. Dylan Singer is a round 1 talent. Aaron Lindsley. We're right here at 15, taking a left tackle. I wouldn't hate that, because we could use a left tackle. And then we have pick 23, another left tackle. Looks like there could be some decent tight ends available, but we're pretty good at tight end. I don't think we need... We have Brock Bowers and we have Hunter Henry. I know Hunter Henry's getting a little bit older at this point, but as long as we have Brock Bowers, we don't really need anybody else. So let's go to private workouts and figure out this game plan. So... we're not going to trade up, I don't think, to get any of these top guys. We could use a left tackle. A nice young left tackle. So who's it going to be? It's probably going to have to be either one of these two guys, I would assume. So let's just scout them, get them figured out. Looks like there could be some sneaky ones in the second round, or at least one sneaky one in the second round. We'll keep an eye on that. And then we could use maybe a defensive lineman. Probably not, though. Because we just got Johnny Newton, so we're good on that. We could probably use a corner, actually. So let's go to corners. You got Marquand Evans, Andrew Barnett. Doesn't look like there's anybody too crazy, so we'll just go for the top guy, Marquand Evans. And those will be my 3 private workouts. And I don't think we're going to trade up. I think we'll just let it ride with where we are at 15 and 23. And maybe some magic happens. Maybe we grab some people that we didn't expect to grab. Who knows? Who really effing knows? I do want to check the mock draft for that corner, though. So mock draft number 5, was Marquand Evans projected to go anywhere? He was. He was projected to go 13. Okay, so that changes a few things. Unless he's not that good. He does look pretty solid. He could be a good player. He really could be. Brandon Walker is one of the guys that we scouted. He does look solid enough. Do I want him or do I want him? That's the big question. I don't know the answer to that, really. We could trade. It's not going to take us that much to trade up from 15 to 13 if I wanted to. But do I want to? Titans have the #1 pick. They take the safety, which is kind of crazy. Let's see if we get to Carolina's pick and they think about taking him. Let's talk about it. So we're almost to Carolina. We're at Detroit. So now we're at Carolina. They're only 2 picks ahead of us. There's Marquand Evans. But where's our guy at? He got taken. I didn't even notice that. He was mocked to us at 15. He got taken top 10? I'm assuming? That's wild. Whoa, okay, so now that changes some things. Now we have to trade up to get Marquand. Because I was going to take that left tackle, but he's already gone now. Who took him? I didn't even notice that. That didn't even register on my radar that he got grabbed. That's crazy. All right, well, now we have to trade up for Marquand because I got to come away with somebody that I want, so. Luckily, it's not too far for us to jump. 15 to 13 is straight up accepted. Perfect. I really hope that Marquand Evans is worth trading up a couple of spots because I'm going to be upset if he isn't. He's the best non-quarterback on the board, and he's hidden development. Perfect. We can pair him alongside DJ Turner and Christian Gonzalez, and we got a nice 1-2-3 right there at corner. Perfecto. And now we got to get to pick 23, and we'll see what the landscape looks like. Couple quarterbacks, couple receivers, a tight end. But here's another left tackle. Deontay Dubois. I'm going to grab him. I got too excited about the A's, which probably weren't actually A's, and I wasted a first-round pick on a bust of a left tackle. That's going to happen. That is going to happen when you are stupid like me. Oh, Ben Alexander, 6'2 corner, pretty good. I don't think we need to take another corner, though. We probably don't need another safety either. We probably either need offensive lineman or we need defensive lineman. Gerald Hodges doesn't have the strength that I'm looking for, but he could be a nice pickup. What about this guy, Kendrick Hutchins? 6'8", wow. He looks good. Not great. Reed Washington. Looks like a nice little young tight end. I might take Reed Washington, yeah. That's a nice pickup at tight end. We can run a nice little 2 tight end system like the Patriots used to have. Hopefully Reed Washington doesn't end up being a murderer. But you never know. Maybe he will. Maybe he's murdering the field. A lot of corners on the board. A lot of corners and receivers. This is a very deep cornerback class, it looks like. There's a lot of corners on this board. And a lot of offensive linemen. Joel Douglas, 6'5", decent athlete. Could be our pick. But maybe our pick is this guy, Owen Brown. Not as good of an athlete. I'm going to take the other dude. We're going to take Joel Douglas. Joel Douglas, hidden development. At least I didn't miss on both of my offensive line picks. I'll take that. And then we'll probably only use our 4th round pick here, and then we'll skip the rest. We will skip the rest. This guy's still available. Denzel Coakley. I kind of want to take him just to know how bad he is. Let's do it. So he's normal development, 92 speed, 90 acceleration. He's 6'5". He was a round 1 to 2 pick. We got him in the 4th round. I'm very curious to see what his overall is because I'm assuming it's going to be pretty bad if he's still available in the 4th round. Other teams must have fully scouted him and seen that he was like potentially undrafted or something. I don't know, but we got him now. He's on our team. Maybe he turns into something. That'd be kind of a steal, wouldn't it? So Marquand Evans, a 79 overall. I'll take that. Dubois is a 71. That's kind of a miss, especially with normal development. But Reed Washington's a 73. So is Douglas. And so is Coakley. Okay. So Coakley actually can compete with some of the receivers we have on the roster right now. Best player in the class was Aaron Lindsley, the receiver. Then Reggie Womack. Then our guy. So we got tied for second best. I'll take that. Where did this left tackle go? How good even was he? Hold on, let me just go to the first round. Where did that left? There he is. He went number 6 overall. This is the dude that was projected to us. He was mocked to us at 15. He's only a 73 overall. Does he have a development trait? He does. That's wild. The Vikings reached that high to get a 73 overall left tackle. It's not like they need tackle at all. They have Brian O'Neill and they have Christian Darrisaw. So I don't know why they would reach to take a tackle who wasn't even mocked to go until 15. That's kind of crazy. Maybe we dodged a bullet. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we missed out on a good player. Who knows? But headed into the next episode, our team is interesting. We've got some interesting players. We've got a really good Demario Douglas. We've got a less good Jalen Polk. Hopefully he can turn into something. I'm banking on it. We've got Javon Baker, who's going to be our number 3. And then Coakley, F it. He's going to be our number 4. Why not? Then we got Stevenson. We got Drake May. We got a decent tight end pairing. Well, now we got 3 decent tight ends. We might need to trade Hunter Henry. Capitalize on his value. I don't know. But then on the defense, we're looking pretty solid. We got development traits across the board. We got ourselves a solid defensive line now. We've got ourselves a great linebacking core. A little old, but a great linebacker. We got some backups. We got Bethune, we got Tatum, and we got Hall, who can all replace each one of these guys in the future. We got Duggar and we got Mapu. We've got Peppers, who's a little bit older. We don't have a backup for him yet. Gonzalez, we added DJ Turner and Marquand Evans, so I like the cornerback. I like this team, man. I really do. It's just a matter of, will the Patriot playbook benefit us or screw us again? We'll have to find out in the next episode. Year number 3, episode number 3 will come out pretty soon. If you enjoyed this one, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.